Hi, thanks for coming. I'm going to be continuing a discussion about the SoHam Mantra, and particularly the law of attraction as it applies to an interaction with other people. SoHam Mantra can be used as a prayer for anything. But you have to understand, it's a little bit more complicated than saying wishing for a car and having it appear. In a previous video, I talked about when you pray for something with this prayer, one of two things happens. One, you get what you pray for immediately. Second, if you don't get what you pray for immediately, the obstacle, the karma that you had gotten something, whatever, a relationship, whatever, that shows you what the obstacle that you wanted. Someone used this prayer to get back with his girlfriend. Okay, so every time he would do this prayer, within a day or so, he would have an interaction with her. But the obstacle, the karma that was between these two people, prevented them from getting back together. Doesn't mean that it isn't finally going to work in the future, but it means that the obstacle, the thing that separated them, was an obstacle that the guy didn't understand. Finally, this bothered him that he would have an interaction with her, but he wouldn't be back together. Okay, so this is, and in my own life, before I had the SoHam Mantra, I also had an interaction that I didn't understand. So it happened just recently also. If you go looking at my video, Help Pray for the oil spill in Louisiana, it worked partially. But the second part, that the oil spill would be plugged, did not. And if you look at the emotion that started that whole thing in that video, it was all about the birds and not about stopping the oil spill. I've come to learn that God did not want the oil spill stopped. So this is an extreme example, but you have to learn to have an attitude to look for the obstacles. And once you see the obstacle, you need to understand that you're not getting it because of some past karma. So what do? You readjust, reframe, adapt. I came to the realization about the oil spill that this is something that was not going to change because nobody prayed for it. So that the knowledge was lacking on the part of these people. So this is like Sodom and Gomorrah, where God said if there's 10 people, He would spare Sodom. There wasn't even one. So you have to have the attitude, I'll pray. If God doesn't grant it, what is it that's blocking it? Let me see what that is. And then sometimes you even do the SoHam Mantra to pray to know what the obstacle is. Sometimes, even with our best wishes, we can't see it. But it does work. It does work amazingly well. You know, God always sends His messengers with help if people are willing to listen to it. This is one help. It doesn't depend on me for you to see it working in your life. Once you have it working, you'll wonder what you ever did without it. Thank you.